Hello, Geek Boys and Girls. Welcome to another episode of the Geek Legacy Podcast. I'm Amanda, and as always, I am joined by Dave and Justin. Randy will be joining us a little bit later, hopefully. Let's just get rolling right away. What's new in movie news, Dave?
Lots of fun stuff in the world of the movies. A couple fun new trailers were released today. They did a TV spot for Iron Man, an international TV spot that showed an interesting dynamic in the whole love triangle between Tony Stark, Pepper Potts, and the Iron Man suits. Did you guys check that out? The little 30-second teaser?
Yeah.
Where we get Pepper Potts wearing the actual suits,
Yeah.
saving Tony Stark and being the hero. There's it does happen in the comics. Pepper Potts does put on a suit. She becomes, I believe, Rescue. And she saves people. She doesn't have weapons. She has like saving powers. She's like a pacifist Iron Man.
But conscientious objective.
Yeah, she's like the good the angel on the shoulder where Tony Stark's like blow stuff up.
Yeah.
But well, they're cool. I'm pretty impressed with how they're doing the suits in Iron Man 3. There's been a couple different ones to where Tony Stark just jumps into the suit, like he's on like that oil rig or whatever, and he just jumps off the top of it and jumps into the suit. So that's pretty cool. And
I think he perfected that with the
Avengers.
Yeah, the Avengers. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, when Loki throws him out of the building.
Yeah.
Now is a good time.
I like the platform where it takes the suit off, like it's like that, kind of like that half circle type deal.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, so we'll see the Mark 47 suit, which is the suit that controls all his other suits. So we'll see how cool it is when Iron Man comes out on May 18th. Stay tuned. It's going to be good. Another big comic book movie is going to be The Wolverine in Japan.
Yeah, that's a good one. I saw that clip. That made me laugh.
Yeah. So in the past, Fox and a couple of the companies have released little teasers, like 20-second teasers announcing that their trailer's coming on later. But it's the first time I can remember them releasing a 6-second clip advertising that tomorrow there's going to be a 20-second clip advertising the day after there'll be a full trailer for the actual movie. So this is a teaser for the trailer for the film.
Right. Iron Man did something similar. I know that they did like a teaser for a teaser. But
yes,
it wasn't Trace Buster kind of thing.
Right, it's on par with like the Conan 3-frame trailer for Star Trek Into Darkness. But 6 seconds packed quite a bit of cool stuff. There was some cool action, and I'm pretty sure we saw Jean Grey at like the halfway point. I don't know if you guys were able to make out the blurry Jean Grey in there.
Mm-mm.
No, it's me. Maybe I just want it to be Jean Grey, and that's because in my heart I want Wolverine and Jean Grey to be together.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, it is. That's why I love Age of Apocalypse, because Wolverine and Jean Grey get together. Weapon X.
Yeah, I almost put a hashtag for shinked, but I forgot how to spell it.
Yeah, that would be hard to make out. So we should see a longer. By the time you're listening to this, there should be a 20-second trailer out, and tomorrow or Wednesday there will be the first full trailer for the Wolverine, and they'll probably put it before G.I. Joe, which opens on Friday. So stay tuned. Wolverine, a number one Japanese superstar this time. It's going to Japan, going to kick some short people butt, I guess.
Where can people see these trailers?
On geeklegacy.com.
Ooh, I like it.
Imagine that. And then one more little bit of fun trailer news. Ender's Game. Everyone's excited about Ender's Game. Even Justin, even this guy over here, he loves the Ender's Game.
Favorite book ever.
Yeah, it's a good one.
They just released the poster that kind of showed off what the battle room is going to look like. And they said that they're going to have a trailer out tomorrow, which, if you're listening, should be today. So head over to geeklegacy.com and check out the trailer. Hopefully it's cool. It's going to have Harrison Ford. How can it not be cool? Crystal Skull style. But that's pretty much it. There's a lot of action coming on because the summer movies are starting to heat up. So you can go to geeklegacy.com, check out all the posters, the synopsises, the on-set photos, the leaked photos, the official photos, the trailers, and everything in between. So that's all I got. What do you got, Justin?
Well, I saw your I saw Olympus Has Fallen.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I dug it.
It was
It was pretty gnarly there at the beginning, like you said.
Yeah, when like that plane
Yeah.
just starts mowing down people in
The
downtown.
plane that takes over the United States. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
One
bad stuff
point.
happens. Spoilers. But how crazy was it when they're like, everyone's dead in the White House? Well, not everyone, obviously, but like all the Secret Service guys are dead, and they still pick up their heads and like shoot them just to make sure.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Yeah, they didn't skimp on the.
I think Lynn and I thought that now that I think about it, the Secretary of State, we thought she kind of went a little overboard.
Right, Melissa Leo.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, the girl from The Fighter.
Oh, yeah. That's her.
Yeah,
That's her.
she plays Marky Mark's mom.
Yeah. Yeah. That's who it is. Like when she was doing like the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever, and I was like, whatever. I checked out, but other than that,
yeah, my big gripe was that they made that big deal about how like, I won't spoil anything, but like the president was like,
the
tell them
codes.
because they're not going to get it from me, and then at the end it didn't even matter. They didn't even need his code.
I know.
Or like they didn't even need him to die. It was like.
Yeah, that was a little silly. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? It totally kind of skips that whole step. There's like one frame of it showing an almost decoded password. Like,
Right.
It was, say, it's 8 digits. It has, like, it's 6 of them are decoded, and you just see, like, numbers twirling, like, on an alarm clock or something, and you're like, what's going on with that? And then 2 minutes later, that's answered. Great.
Yes, that matters. How funny was it when he had to put in like the code though? And
Yeah.
Like hashtag. He's like, "What's a hash?" Like shift 3. Shift 3.
Yeah.
Aren't you on Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah.
He is
It's
not.
total
He's-
like.
He's pretty tech savvy though. That's kind of funny that I don't think anybody. I always called it a pound sign. I didn't think I knew what hashtag was. Until 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe.
All of a sudden, you see all over Twitter, they're like, "Put the hashtag." I'm like, "What's a hashtag?"
What's a hashtag?
Like pound the soup. I guess pound just sounds bad in front of stuff like pound game.
Yeah.
Hashtag your mom sounds better than pound your mom.
We were sitting next to a couple of old broads that were just talking, and they weren't even trying to be quiet. All through the previews, and then
During the movie they're talking?
no, just all leading up to it, like the first look stuff, like Regal first look, where you learn about TV shows, and then during the trailers, and then I had turned and I opened up my mouth like to say something, and it was totally out of a movie. Like I opened up my mouth, but a voice was coming from somewhere else. It was funny. Like some other guy was like yelling at him. It was cracking me out. I was like, I didn't say that.
It wasn't me.
I was going to, and I can't even remember the last time I had to tell somebody to be quiet at a movie. It is kind of weird, but they're like, "Oh my God, my daughter, she's going to school and doing all these things with her friends."
She's on the Facebook now.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She goes, and she's talking on the Facebook, and she's saying things that I would never say. Like, "Oh my God, my job sucks." She said the word "sucks" on Facebook.
And that's forever.
This lady.
Oh, jeez.
Her boss is one of her friends.
Old ladies are funny. Do you guys watch Bob's Burgers by chance?
No.
No.
It sounds just like Bob's wife, actually, Linda. It was funny. I was laughing.
Good.
I was trying to think of the trailers that I saw for it, but I can't think of any.
Yeah, we didn't get any trailers. Yeah, it was kind of a... Yeah, no, it's okay. Never mind.
There was like 20 minutes worth of trailers, but I don't remember any. I think the host might have been one, but
No.
oh well, doesn't matter.
Save your Wednesday. Maybe you'll see it. Maybe you'll see the host.
Yeah, no. I want to see G.I. Joe. I'm really excited about that, actually. I'm one of the few people that actually kind of cared for the original, sadly.
Right. I enjoyed the original, but I think it's because I saw it so much later. Like it had been out for like 6 months by the time I saw it. I think Cobra Commander looks awesome.
Yeah,
Like in the trailer when they show him, he looks like he does in the cartoon, but cooler.
Yeah, when
Like black.
do you remember like in 2002 when they relaunched the comic book for G.I. Joe?
Mm-hmm.
There was this one frame where he like gets off a plane or something. He's got this wicked cape blowing in the wind, and he looks so badass.
Yeah.
And that just the trailer kind of reminds me of that, actually.
That was a rad comic for 8 issues, I think.
Right. And then
issue 9 killed it.
Yeah. Which is funny because it was like Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow, so everyone's like all pumped, and then they just look like I drew it. It's bad.
It definitely sucked.
It did.
It was an IDW comic or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're still doing it too. They're like on. I don't even know. They might have even restarted it, but I know that there's several issues in, well over 100. Maybe like 158 or something.
Because they were doing the Transformer comics at the same time, and I was a big fan of those.
Yes.
Because the art was badass in that.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Cool. Super Jimmy Cool. Devil Juice. So yeah, is that cool? What about video games? What's going on in video games?
Ooh, all kinds of stuff. Well, BioShock Infinite comes out tomorrow. If you're lucky and you're getting it at midnight, then you only have an hour to wait, so that's exciting. I hope you guys have been watching the trailers. My favorite band, actually, Nico Vega, it does some of the music for that game, and it's really cool. It's totally getting me like pumped and psyched for it. They're actually doing a free show tonight at the Universal City Walk, and they're going to be playing that song that's in the launch trailer that came out today. It's called Fury O Fury, and it sounds really cool. So,
are they playing at the City Walk for the launch of BioShock, or just a happy coincidence?
I think it's like kind of a promotional thing, but they're all about free shows. They did some free shows at like Cal State Fullerton once, or twice actually. But they're on tour with Imagine Dragons, and they're in the Southern California area right now. I think they're either going to San Diego this weekend or they were there just last weekend. But
yeah, hey, I'm in Southern California.
I know.
Later, guys.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I haven't seen them. I love them so much, and I just always miss them. I'm never in the area when they do their free shows. But I would pay whatever, anything, to get in.
I'd pay $50.
I would have the Sexo with the security guard to get in.
I could see that.
Yes. Good stuff. So yes, BioShock Infinite. It's getting stellar reviews. I think the lowest one that I saw on like Metacritic was like an 80, and that was just one review. The rest were all 90s and 100s. So, yay for that. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but apparently there's a bit of a lull somewhere in the middle of the game, but the ending is well worth it. So, that's good.
Now, how does this fit? Is this? 'Cause I'm always hazy when like video games don't go by numbers. Mm-hmm. Like, is this like a direct sequel to BioShock 2?
Nothing to do with the other ones.
Okay.
You could say it's in the same universe, but it's a different timeline.
Gotcha. So no like Big Brother or Little Daughter or whatever they're on?
There's something else now. I forget what they're called, but there's definitely those weird monsters. And then there's this creepy little girl, and you have this cool powers, and there's a lot of religion and government overtones, and I'll be able to tell you more about it tomorrow. So
the downfall of doing podcasts on Monday, everything comes out on Tuesday.
All right. So I was actually kind of hoping that secretly that we would be doing this tomorrow, just so I could say, "Oh my God, this is the greatest game ever!" And apparently, it's kind of short because you can. You can do your own thing and explore everything and learn all about the lore of Columbia, which is a sky city in this game. Or you can just kind of go straight into the narrative and just truck right along. And I think people are finishing in somewhere between 10 and 12 hours. Which,
oh, wow, that is short.
Yeah, that is short. But me personally, if the game allows you to go back or to just go on your own and explore at your own pace, then I'm okay with a 10 to 12 hour length game. Because sometimes, especially if it's that engaging and it feels like a movie, a lot of times I want to be able to play through it in 1 or 2 sittings. I don't know why. I think Metal Gear Solid might have influenced me in that mindset, because there was nights when I would be bored in the summertime, and I would just, like in 1998 or 99 or whatever, and I would just be like, you know what, I'm going to play Metal Gear, and I'd play through it in like 5 hours, but I would be just in a trance playing this game, and I'm totally cool with games being like that, because I like the idea of maybe just on a weekend when I got nothing going on that I could just pop it in and hold the TV hostage and then just have to sit there and watch me play. So,
you're going to watch this and like it.
yeah, and if it's 20 hours, then I feel bad.
Right.
It's like, are you going to go to bed soon so I can play my game? So I'm definitely cool with the 10 to 12 hour range. But that's just me. To me, that's, I feel like I got my money's worth, but I understand that for $60, you know, you have every right to want to play the game for 20, 30, 40 hours, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think 12 hours is akin to what you'd pay at the movies. Because, I mean, you got to think movies are like $12 to go to now, so 12 times, and they're 2 hours, so $60 for a 10-hour movie seems about fair to me.
Yeah. It's just the whole argument with the season pass stuff, the DLC. You know, you're getting more adventures by paying more money, so that's definitely a factor. There is DLC content. But
Day one, probably.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't do it. I don't do the DLC at all. I can't. I don't want to encourage it, so I just don't buy it. Even if it's cool, I won't give them my extra money.
Yeah.
That's
Agreed.
just how I do. So anyway, BioShock Infinite, Nico Vega, check them both out. You'll like it.
Or else.
Yeah. Let's see. That's the emote for the fist. Injustice Battle Arena. We all have been tracking that for weeks now. I think it's been like 7 weeks. We're finally in the semifinals. We are down to the Flash versus Batman. I'm picking Batman on this one, just because he's made it this far, and Flash is dumb. Yeah, he's super fast, whoop-de-doo, but Batman's got the goods. I'm sure he has like an anti-speed repellent in his utility belts.
Yes, he just puts crazy glue all over the floor.
He should paint a tunnel on a wall like Roger Rabbit and just have Flash run into it. But
are people still voting?
Yes.
To decide? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it got to a certain point where they just decided who was going to win.
Right. Well, the way it works is the new matchups are every Monday. At least every week that there's a fight, the voting begins on Monday, and then fans have until midnight Thursday night to get their vote in. And then the fights will be revealed. The winner will be revealed on Friday when you get to watch the cool fight take place. But yes, Thursday at midnight is when you can get your vote in by.
Cool.
Yeah. Who do you guys think? Batman or Flash?
Probably Batman.
Flash has got this one in the bag.
Yeah. Probably, if, God forbid, this was real life, Flash might have something for Batman, but I'm not going to hold
I mean,
my
I guess
breath.
he could run around him really fast and make him dizzy.
Yeah.
But then
Batman wouldn't be able to hit him.
Batman just has to stick his foot out and...
Yeah, it's real. Oops.
Flash would just run to China, so Batman has no idea where he is, and then he would just run as fast as he can and like clothesline Batman and probably break his neck.
Yeah. Pass. Not into it at all.
Batman will check a batarang at him.
Well, one of the things too is that fans are voting for this, and I'm sure that fans would rather see Batman win over the Flash. So it would be kind of weird for these phantom Flash fans to show up out of nowhere for Batman to lose.
They just unite. Everyone is going for Batman. Just assumes Batman's going to win, doesn't bother voting, and Flash just comes out in force.
He wins by 4 votes.
That's why you always have to vote.
You're like, oh, yeah, this is my fault.
Exactly.
Flash wins it all. This is my fault.
So then the next matchup is Superman versus Green Lantern. And I'm still bitter about Green Lantern beating Aquaman, so I'm picking Superman on this one.
And he's Superman.
Yeah, and he's Superman. So. And I think all of us would want to see Batman versus Superman in the final showdown anyway. So I think it would be silly for it to be any other outcome.
So we're in the final four right now? Those are the final four?
Correct.
Ah.
Correct. Superman versus Green Lantern, Batman versus the Flash.
Is there a loser's bracket for
Exciting.
Flash versus Green Lantern? They get the booby prize.
They get the booby prize, and they get a keychain, maybe a lanyard to put their power ring on.
I got
So they
my
don't
butt
lose
kicked
it.
by Superman, and like, I was a stupid teacher.
Yeah. There you go.
Maybe the Green Lantern will put a kryptonite rock in his Green Lantern ring.
That's an idea, but
That's a Batman move there.
too bad he can't just imagine a kryptonite rock. Like it just looks like one, and that's all it takes.
Superman's all scared. He's like,
Fool you!
I win!
Yeah.
Disqualification.
Whatever. And then let's see what else we got here. Just sticking with DC superheroes. There's going to be the Infinite Crisis multiplayer online battle arena game, which is like a MOBA. So think of League of Legends, but with DC heroes. And then with the Infinite Crisis, that's where there's all these alternate universe type dealios. So, you know, you'll have your regular Batman, and then you'll have whatever the hell other kind of alternate universe Batman they have.
Earth 1 Batman, Earth 2 Batman.
Yeah. IGN actually posted a confirmed list of characters that have already made the cut. Sadly, I don't have it in front of me, so who the hell cares at this point?
You would really like Crisis on Infinite Earth, Justin, because it's all about killing Superman.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But I mean, it's all about what's his name, just going back into every timeline and killing Superman.
Lex Luthor?
No, not the Living Monarch. That's Marvel. Jeff and Tyler are gonna yell at me for not knowing the name. Starts with an M. I get some points. It's probably an O, a Q, and an Ugnaught. Umlaut.
But okay, so far they have Doomsday, Flash, Gaslight, Batman, Gaslight, Catwoman, Gaslight, Joker, Green Lantern, regular Joker, Poison Ivy, Shazam, your favorite, Wonder Woman, and Zatanna. So
you like Zatanna.
Hold on to your butts. That's going to be exciting. It actually looks kind of cool, but I'm not into the whole MOBA games, so I'll probably take a pass on that, but whatever. Comic book fans, it's free to play, so that's cool. I'm sure you'll get to buy your character. Like, if you want a specific one, you'll be able to pay for it or whatever, but, you know.
Microtransaction.
Exactly. Everyone's a fan of that these days. Let's see. Marvel Heroes, that got a release date for June 4th. Tyler played that this last weekend at PAX East. I got to play it last year at PAX. It's a lot of fun. It's basically like a Diablo-style game. You know, you just point and click with your mouse, and then you have like buttons 1 through 4 to kind of use your supplemental abilities. But it's pretty cool. You loot different costumes. That's part of the big sell on the game is paying for characters and alternate costumes. It's free to play as well, so that's how they're going to make their money on the little microtransactions, as you say. They actually have a Founders Club program where you can pay like $20 for one character, but you'll get some in-game currency and blah, blah, blah. And then they have a tiered kind of thing where it's like $40 will get you more character, like maybe 5 guys, and then whatever, $60 gets you even more, whatever. It's kind of silly. I don't think it's worth it. I think all of them are available in-game. You just got to find the random loot that gets them. And then you start off with 4 guys available, none of which are even remotely interesting, so that way they make their money.
Right.
So
got to work at it to get Batman and Superman and the Martian Manhunter.
But it's Marvel Universe.
Oh, yeah, we switched gears to Marvel.
Yeah.
It's too confusing.
Marvel Hero. Yeah, so, and then lastly all I got is, yeah. I actually wore my Marvel Hero shirt yesterday. It was like total laundry day, and I'm walking around with this shirt with Dr. Doom on it. I felt like such an idiot, but luckily I didn't have to go too many places. It was bad. I had like a sweatshirt on, so because on the back it says Marvel Heroes, but on the front it's just like Dr. Doom, and then like a couple of different logos like Fantastic Four, X-Men, Shield, Daredevil, and Spider-Man. But it's an extremely busy shirt. It's like a total NASCAR shirt. It's got all kinds of action going on it. And then lastly, all I have is DuckTales. That was kind of a big news break last week. They're going to do a reimagining of the classic NES title, which I think all of us have played. Did you ever play that, Amanda? DuckTales on your Nintendo?
I don't remember.
It's a lot of fun.
What did you do in it?
You were Scrooge McDuck, and you went around all these. You traveled the world basically, and just defeated different villains. Like there was like a mummy. Moon. Oh yeah, and the moon too. You went into like you fought like the Abominable Snowman and like Magic of the Spell, and you remember that? And then like a mummy, all kinds of stuff.
Wait, was it on
regular
Nintendo?
No,
regular. Nintendo a la carte.
Actually. No, I don't think we had it.
It's one of the best games ever.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Or if we did, we never played it.
Oh, how sad.
You would have played it.
It'll be available this year, I think in the summer, for PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, and the Nintendo Wii U eShop. So that's cool. And I think they're even using all the original voices, too. So everyone's got an acting gig again.
That's good.
That's cool. Yeah. Did you ever play the Rescue? Huh?
No,
What?
my computer is about to set something on fire, so I gotta do something about this. Just a second. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Like a fire extinguisher?
Should I call 911?
Almost.
Where's she gonna go? Riveting. No, I loved like Nintendo had a bunch of good Disney games, and like even like the Mickey Mouse one was pretty good, and yeah,
Mickey Mousecapade.
Yeah,
Rescue
the Rescue
Rangers was a lot of fun.
Rangers. The DuckTales. There was a Darkwing Duck game that was pretty good. Yeah. I was a big fan of the Disney Afternoon when I was a kid.
I used to, you know how in Rescue Rangers there was Fat Cat, and he was the bad guy in that mainly, and he had these two cats that were like his goons. One might have even been like a lizard or something, but one of the cats was like, all the time. And I used to do that with my parents. I'd be like, Mom, I can't. And then there was like another guy who was kind of chubby, and he was like, oh, gee, what cut? He had like this really high voice. And then me and Gene used to always sing this song that was on like this one where they were all about drinking, like, it was like Coke, but they called it Cuckoo Cola. And it was like, come along, we belong, feel the fizz of Coca-Cola. never forgot. Good stuff.
Your computer good? Not on fire?
Yeah, I got an ice pack.
Wow.
It's sitting on an ice pack now.
You need like a bag of pee.
Get hot?
It was fine last week. I don't know what the deal is this week, but
mine gets like 10,000 degrees. Like I can't even put it on my lap after a couple minutes.
It's 180 degrees right now.
Jeez. That's because they have that little bitty vent behind it.
Yeah, like in like the crease.
Yeah, where like the flap, the opening, it pretty much covers. It's so stupid.
Or a pillow or anything.
Yeah, if you have it on a pillow or on your lap, and you have like
it's just blocked,
and you're like laying down or sitting down, it's blocked. It just is, like goes crazy.
And it's made of metal.
Stupid MacBook with ventilations.
That we're all using right now.
Yeah.
Like a trio.
I think I got that under control though.
Firefighter. No fires.
Jinx, pinch, poke, you owe me a Coke.
But no, I'm excited about DuckTales.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait. I felt kind of bad because my big thing was with Luke was if I have to watch kids shows, I want to watch kids shows that like I like, and so like I always was making him watch like DuckTales and Transformers.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. Then he'd go like hang out with his friends, and they had no idea what he was talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
This is why you don't push the things from your childhood on your child.
Yeah. So we're like auditioning on this like. They're like, look, Dad, it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and like he was with like some other kid his age, and I'm like, who? Like, oh, either I have failed or your parents have failed, and I think it's your parents.
It's usually the parents.
Because you're never the one that's wrong. It's always someone else's parents.
Right. That
That's a problem. Yeah. So now we watch shows that other people watch, including Power Rangers, Megaforce. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw this photo on Reddit where it was like the green/white ranger, the black ranger, and the blue ranger having lunch together, and like the original cast anyway. And the blue ranger, he looks like he's like 60, man.
Yeah, he's way too old to be playing a high school kid.
He didn't.
Well, I mean, they
did
all
not
kind of
look
were,
good.
but he did not look like he was in high school at all. Looked like he should have been one of the teachers.
Yeah.
Well, what's kind of cool about this Megaforce is like the very first thing you see on the show, because it just recently started, is this like giant battle, and it's got probably like 200 Power Rangers. So it's got like all the old school Power Rangers, and it's got like every incarnation of all the Rangers, and they're all just in this just epic battle against like every bad guy from Power Rangers. It was ridiculous how excited I was to see this. like all of a sudden I'm like, hey, those are the Power Rangers when I was little, and then like they go all the way up to like the Samurai Power Rangers, which was the most recent one that my kids watched, and it's just kind of cool. All these Power Rangers just going to town. To town.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you got going on in the TV news there, Amanda?
So, we've been keeping track of what shows are being renewed, and so there are a few updates on that front. So I don't think we talked about it last time, but Mindy Project and New Girl have definitely been renewed, so that's a good news to me. I like those shows a lot. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I think the more female comedians on TV, the better.
There's like two.
I know. That's the problem. There's only... And also... And then Tina Fey's leaving us, so...
Did you watch Mindy Project this last week, where it was their birthday?
No, I haven't seen that one yet. The following definitely got picked up, which I don't know if that's good news or not, since I think it's ridiculous already. After only, what, 8 episodes now?
I don't know.
It's kind of silly. Oh, after tonight,
I haven't watched
I think
it
maybe
since
it's 9.
they all got away from the house. That was the last episode I saw.
Well, you guys know it came back today, right? A little show called Revolution.
Oh, God. I was going to try and not talk about that.
I was watching something on TV, and it switched to Channel 4, and I'm like, why is it on Channel 4? I'm like, I never stopped canceling. I never told them to not record Revolution. I'm like, ugh. So I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I'm like, oh, this just sucks.
Yeah. It still sucks.
Well, because like the big reveal at the end of last season was that at the very, very end, Monroe had a helicopter, and like had that it worked, and he had like had all of the like heroes in like his sights, like he was gonna like mow them down. And the very beginning of this episode, they all just run, and no one even gets shot at. I'm like, way to build that one up.
So you actually watched it?
I watched like I said, it popped over, and the remote was kind of like just out of reach, and I was doing something on the computer, so I watched like 5 minutes, sort of.
Oh, fine. Which turned into an hour.
But yeah, and then I had to go back and watch the episodes I didn't watch.
Right.
It's like it ended up being a 4-hour process. I'm better for it.
Yes, you are. Finding man.
Okay. Oh, and then I also wanted to talk about some of the new shows that are going to be starting this year. I mean, as we were all talking about like the shows that we love that are coming back, like Game of Thrones and Doctor Who. But there's a lot of interesting new shows starting that I think people like to know about.
Like what?
What?
Like Doctor Who?
Do you not want to talk about anything?
No, what shows?
Right.
No, what shows? No, what shows? I can't wait. Tell me. I was like what? You paused, and I was like, oh, okay. Is that like a
dramatic pause?
Yeah. Like a knock.
Everybody's laughing at me.
No. Tell me.
Because I like Doctor Who.
Well, normally you have like a cohort that's like in one of these windows who loves Doctor Who too, but he's not here, so you're outnumbered.
There are lots of other. You're not the only people in the world. There are lots of people who enjoy that show.
There are.
Anyway. So BBC America is starting a new show that's gonna follow Doctor Who, and
Of course.
It's Nurse Witch.
Stupid. I can't believe I laughed at that.
I'm glad I got a pity laugh. I will be quiet now.
Okay. I don't have a lot of hope for that. But, God, now I've lost it.
Sorry.
So, why don't you guys just talk about Game of Thrones?
No. Doctor Who. It's returning now, right? After this couple months of not being on? Is that correct? Since the Christmas special was the last time we saw anything?
Yeah. I don't know what I haven't kept up on that, so I don't know what the episode's going to be about. I don't like reading about every episode that's going to come out. I'd rather watch it when it's on.
Right. Surprise!
But I think BBC America is still trying to do their like Supernatural Saturday thing. I don't really like a lot of their shows, but one of the new ones that's starting is called Orphan Black, and it's about this woman who like watches someone commit suicide and then realizes that the person is her clone, and it turns out there's some kind of like conspiracy.
Yikes.
I know, like what?
A conspiracy that... Wait, is it a conspiracy that someone's making clones, or is it a conspiracy that people are killing themselves?
I think it's a conspiracy surrounding the fact that she's a clone.
Oh.
And that there might be more clones like her.
How does she know that she's not the clone?
I don't know.
Oh.
There wasn't a lot explained in the little video that I watched.
What is it called? Black Orphan?
Orphan Black.
Orphan Black. Not Black Orphan.
That's probably her name or something. Oh wait, that's not her name.
Well, I didn't know. I forgot.
Or is that the actress's name? I don't know. Then NBC is going to premiere Hannibal on April 4th. I imagine Jess will have a lot to say about that, and it's gonna follow a younger Dr. Hannibal Lecter, while he's I think what?
He's not bad.
I think this is like when he hasn't been caught yet. I think this is leading up to when he gets caught. And Gina Torres is going to be in it, which is exciting to me because I like her a lot.
From Firefly?
Yeah. She's also on Suits, and she's really good on that show.
Yeah, she's a strong woman. She's a tough broad.
Mm-hmm.
I like her.
I
think the guy that's in it, that's like the main dude, that's like a police. He was in Supernatural. He was like a prophet.
Hugh Dancy?
No.
Does that sound familiar?
Name.
Hugh Dancy is somebody else.
Oh.
But he is a somebody though. Isn't hold on.
Are we all somebody?
No.
Gillian Anderson's going to be in it, which will be interesting. I wonder what she looks like now.
I was just going to say, what's Gillian Anderson look like?
I wonder how old she is now.
Oh yeah, maybe that is Hugh Dancy. Yeah, that
X-Files is over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it that long ago?
90s.
It's a long time ago.
They just had a movie like in 2008 or something.
No, that wasn't in 2008.
Yeah, it's a couple years before 2008. It's like 2005.
No. Well, they had one like in the 90s, but then they had another one like around the same time as Dark Knight, yo.
They did?
Yeah, it made like $4.
5.
That's how bad it. You guys don't even know about it. That's how bad.
Yeah.
I remember.
I thought they only did one.
No, they did two.
I thought it came out older.
And it had like an old guy in it that looked like James Cromwell, but it's not him.
Like not James Cromwell?
Yeah. Oh my god. 2008. The X-Files I want to believe.
I really want to
Oh.
believe. I did not want to believe.
Billy Connolly, okay. So he doesn't look like James Cromwell, but
But he's an actor.
yeah. And you would know him if you saw him. He was in the Boondock Saints. He was like their dad. A lot of hair. Silver. In color.
I like it.
Yeah, I like you.
Mmm. Mmm.
Finding them. What other shows? Hannibal. Good stuff. Are you guys gonna watch that? Do you have any interest in that?
I don't really like horror shows actually, so it's a good thing we have Jess on board.
Yeah.
I don't like being scared.
Oh.
Me neither.
So, or not, or grossed out or whatever.
Same page.
Yeah.
How are you gonna watch Evil Dead then, Dave?
I'm not.
Oh.
Farming it out.
I can't even watch the trailer. When it came on, like I think,
Dude.
yeah, the trailer for Evil Dead came on during Walking Dead last night, and I just had to like walk out of the room.
Man, dude,
I do not need to see that.
the Red Band trailer is pretty gnarly, man. Like, I was cringing the whole time I was watching it.
The images I posted
That's
today
why I
were
don't watch
creeping
it.
me out.
Yeah, it should be and they got an X rating, and they had to tone it down, which makes it even more graphic. So you know that director's cut that comes out on Blu-ray eventually is going to be one disturbing piece of cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I got that email, I'm like, are there any screenings in Cincinnati or Seattle?
Yeah, just
And then I found out Cincinnati is not Ohio.
Yeah, and I'd have to go see it by myself, which would probably be good because then I'd be more likely to get scared because I wouldn't have a snuggle buddy.
Someone hold on to. Tell you
Yeah.
it's going to be okay. It's okay,
Yeah.
Justin. It's just a movie.
So we'll see how that goes.
It's going to go great.
Moving on. If you're a fan of historical fantasy,
And who isn't?
the screenwriter of Batman Begins, Dark City, and Man of Steel, David S. Goyer, is going to be writing a show called Da Vinci's Demons, which will be on Starz.
Yeah.
And it's going to follow Leonardo da Vinci as a 20-something while he invents stuff. But apparently it's going to be very historically inaccurate.
Oh yeah.
They've been advertising the crap out of it on Starz.
Yeah.
So does that mean that like a higher power is going to be like kind of influencing him? Like the whole idea of demons am I being too literal with that, or is there going to be actual? Are there going to be actual like demons that are giving it? Like he's like made a deal with the devil kind of thing, and that's why he's able to be so smart and invent this stuff.
I don't know what it looked like to you, Dave. In all the promos.
It did not look like that.
Oh.
It looked like it was going to kind of be like the Da Vinci Code, like into where the demons are people just doing bad things, and they're not literal like horned demons.
No.
Like he's going to be investigating and digging into the demons of people. What are they hiding?
Sunk.
And he's going to be painting.
Sounds. Yeah.
He's going to paint rods.
Yes.
So that's starting in April 12th. One show that I can't decide if I'm interested in or not is Defiance, which is going to air on Sci-Fi on April 15th. On the one hand, I really like Sci-Fi, and the creator is Rockne S. O'Bannon, who did Farscape, and I really liked Farscape when it was on. But I don't have a lot of confidence in sci-fi
Right.
anymore to produce good television.
It can look pretty cheap sometimes.
And yeah,
It takes
and
a lot of money to look real.
Well, they're not afraid to look cheap. It's the
True.
problem with sci-fi.
Right.
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
But I mean, this show still kind of looks cheap, and apparently the budget is already over $100 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering where all this money is going, because what I've seen in the promos and trailers doesn't look like it has a huge production value.
That's tying in with the game, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have an MMO online that's launching at the same time, and it's gonna be in the same world, and they're gonna try and tie it into the show with the various storylines. I don't know how that'll work out. I mean, you don't have to do one to do the other.
Right.
I don't know, like, I don't really feel the need to play a game for a show that I'm watching, and same with, like, I don't really want to see a TV show of a game I'm playing.
Right. See, I didn't even know it was a TV show. I played the game at PAX last year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I got like a little plush alien thing.
Yeah.
It's just out of my reach, though. I can't get it.
Oh no! Just go get it! Just go get it!
But it's really cool. And but then when I saw the ad, there's like these hunters, and it kind of has like this Mad Max vibe to it. And they're like on like these motorcycles and dune buggy type dealios.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't quite understanding what I was looking at. And when I played the game, it was only like a multiplayer aspect, where it was almost like a team deathmatch kind of thing. So I really had no concept of what the game was. I actually ended up doing really well. I killed so many people, and our team won every time I played. I played for like 40 minutes. But yeah, I was like, what the hell is this game? And then they handed me this plush. Okay, I'll get it now, because now I have to show you. Alright, so they handed me like this.
Oh.
It's like this crazy little alien guy.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of
cool.
cute.
Yeah.
So is that like some kind of it's just some creature that's in the show?
Yeah, I guess. You know more about it than I do.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen that creature on any of the videos I've watched.
Yeah, so Defiance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Pass. So did you still watch Farscape? Like would you put it on and it still hold up, or does it look like early 2000s?
Yeah.
cheeseball?
I mean, well, it is cheeseball because it's also, like the Henson Company.
Right.
But I think it still holds up, and I was actually slowly watching it all again on Netflix because it was all on Netflix. But then I canceled my Netflix. I'll just see if it's on Amazon Instant Watch and pick up where I left off. But but the beginning, of course, is like pretty campy, and
Right.
but it gets pretty dark towards the end.
My dad was really into it, but
Your dad is into anything that's even remotely sci-fi.
I know. He's funny like that. But he's like, oh, but he calls it science fiction. He doesn't
He
call it
doesn't say
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
He goes, oh, it's great science fiction.
I think he's into Alias right now.
Is he really?
He discovered Alias a few weeks ago. While I was visiting. Started watching Alias.
I
accidentally spoiled it for him.
Oh.
Because he asked me a question,
Oh.
so I answered. And he was like, oh. Like this is in the pilot. And he was wondering if, like, her dad knew about, or if she knew that her dad was a CIA agent. And I was like, no, but she'll find out at the end of this episode.
Oh, how sad. I forgot about that show. There was like two organizations, right? One was and she was pretending she was working for one, but like pretending to work for another or something.
She was working for an organization that was pretending to be the CIA, so she thought she was working for the CIA, and then she found out that she wasn't, so then she became a double agent for the CIA.
That's right. And then some of the people, when they got made, some of the people ended up getting jobs working for the CIA, right? Like the nerdy little tech guy.
Yeah, she just like slowly turned everybody into double agents.
Yeah, silly.
Kind of funny.
I watched maybe 4 episodes. I remember Lynn and I were in college when it was on, and we would just stay at each other's houses or whatever every now and again, and I just happened to be at her house when that was on. Yeah.
I watched it for Michael Vartan because I thought he was so dreamy.
Was that the boyfriend? The blonde guy?
Yeah, he was the main guy, the other guy. Yeah. So the last show that people might find interesting, it's actually going to be on Netflix, so you can watch it when it comes out, or wait in a year when people are talking about it more. But it's called Hemlock Grove, and it's premiering on April 19th. And it's about it's actually based on a book, some thriller about a Pennsylvania town where a girl is just murdered, and the murder exposes the town's secrets. It's very Twin Peaks.
Right.
So but it's
Hemlock
not going to have the same kind of... It's supposed to be darker than Twin Peaks and more supernatural stuff. So Famke Janssen's going to be in it. So if you want to see Jean Grey, watch Hemlock Grove.
I do.
Is there going to be like an Amish community? Is Hemlock Grove an Amish community or no?
No. It says Pennsylvania Steel Town,
so
I don't think it's an Amish community.
So it's like Flashdance.
Yeah, with Famke Janssen.
Or Zoolander.
Yeah. So that'll be 13 episodes that are going to all come out on April 19th. I think I need to restart my Netflix account.
What's that town in Pennsylvania where it's like on fire? There was like a coal mine and it caught on fire and it's been burning for like 60 years or something.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, but like it's all toxic fumes because of the gas burning.
Well, that doesn't sound like a very nice place.
From the coal, No, it's not. In fact, I don't think anybody lives there anymore. If it does, excuse me, if they do, it's like
it's on fire all the time.
Yeah.
It's like the American Chernobyl.
Exactly. I think Silent Hill might even be based off of that town, like loosely based, like very loosely based. But who knows?
People are weird down there.
We need a fact checker,
like an intern.
Yeah,
it's kind of off to the side, like over like here, doing stuff.
We should hand papers off like this, like we're doing. We need a fact checking.
Thanks.
That'll be fun. And then I think we should have a Brady Bunch intro where we all look at each other.
I like it.
I think that'd be fun too.
I'm in.
So silly.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But this weekend, big premiere weekend, Game of Thrones, Doctor Who. We posted a little promo video about Game of Thrones today, showing all the stars at the premiere.
Oh, looking all pretty.
Yeah, it was so funny to watch since seeing them all out of their costumes. I couldn't recognize some of them. Like Emilia Clarke, she just looks like a completely different person without that platinum blonde wig.
Oh no. And we were joking about Bran, how he's like ready to go off to college now.
He's an adult now.
Yeah, he's not gonna fit in the basket anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, older. Heavy.
Yeah. And I think Lena Headey is so smoking hot. Even remember with Judge Dredd, I thought even when she was like this crazy meth mouth horror lady, I didn't care. I was like, oh, she's smoking hot still. It doesn't bother me.
You just
want the
want her to be mean
crazy
to you.
scar.
Yeah.
Treat you bad.
She's so good at being mean. I think I'd be afraid of her if I met her.
But she was like a total badass in like Connor Chronicles too, and same with 300. She was.
Yeah, she's always plays these like badass, like scary women.
Yeah, she could totally do an Expendables female version.
Oh yeah, she'd be great. She'd be awesome in that.
I'd watch
They
it.
should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
This is the season where it's going to hit the fan.
Yes. Big fan.
I'm torn about whether I want to watch, like, keep up with it while it's on, or wait till it's all aired and then binge watch it.
Well, watch it while it's on, because then we can talk about it.
Oh yeah, if I don't watch it, then I'll have to be like la 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 la, no spoilers.
We'll be like Tyrion dies, Jon Snow dies, Daenerys dies, everyone dies.
Fire. And they eat
Alien.
No good.
Aliens come and just
Do
kill
not
everyone.
want.
Except
Yeah.
Brienne.
Yeah. She sits on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
No chair big enough for her.
Aww.
Because she's tall, not because she's fat.
Okay.
I was fat.
Jones.
So yeah, that's it for TV news.
Ooh, Dexter. There was a little promo for Dexter.
Is that still on?
Yeah.
I thought they ended.
No. Okay, so season 8, right? It's actually going to
Okay.
be. It's going to be starting in June. Normally it starts in September. Typically it starts the last weekend of September, and now it's going to be starting June 30th, which is a national holiday.
It
I
is.
still haven't caught up.
Special day.
It is Cavender
I think
Day.
last season was worth watching.
Yes, last season was really good. Last season
Ever
was
James Almost. Right?
Ever James
Or is that the
Almost
season
on?
before?
Ever James Almost. No, that was season before.
Okay.
Adama? No, that was season before.
Adama crossover?
Okay.
Last season had Titus Pullo from Rome in it, and he was badass.
But what's her name? What's her face? Found out. Deb.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
she found out at the end of season 6.
Right.
And then all of season 7 she knew. And
Okay.
things went crazy. Season 7 had so much going on. Not like multiple storylines per se, but just every episode, it just kind of got crazier and crazier. So you knew it was going to hit the fan.
Okay.
And it did.
It did.
Oh, I guess I better rally and watch it. I'm just not in the mood to watch dark things recently. I've had like Boss on waiting for me to watch too. And I've been thinking about getting back into True Blood, but I don't think I want to actually.
Oh, it's so bad.
I think it's too ridiculous.
The next book is actually going to be the last Sookie Stackhouse book.
I'm okay with it.
The author came out and said she was ready to write other things.
Ooh.
Moving on.
Finally.
Done with the Sookie.
Look at it.
Do you know who she looks like? She looks like Hoyt's mom. The writer of the Sookie Stackhouse.
Oh, I was going to say, who looks like White
What's her name? I forget her name. I'm sad I don't
Like
know.
Higgins or some Mary?
The author?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Anyway, she looks like I think she reminds me of Hoyt's mother, which I guess isn't a compliment, but
Not a good one if it is one.
Yeah, she's not. No,
I mean, we're not going to
not a flattering comparison.
Yeah. Oh well.
She's not a nice lady.
No, she's mean. She's a mean woman. But Hoyt's stupid anyway. He's a dumb character. Oh. I like Alcide. I like Alcide when he grunts. He's like, or growls rather.
You like how
"Take your
Steven
top
has that
off!"
shirt on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always like, take your top off! Do it! Rawr.
You're a bad werewolf.
Yeah, you're naughty. You're a naughty little werewolf. That's what I do. Or they called werewolves? Yeah, I guess they are.
Are they?
Yeah, there's werewolves
Lycan?
and...
Do they call him Lycan?
Do they? I don't know. I don't watch the show anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't. I check out as soon as it starts. It's so
As soon as the
bad.
credits, you're like, okay,
Yeah,
I want to play on my phone.
yeah. Well, there's just so
Do
many...
it daily or two.
Well, because, I don't know, it's like, I really like how Game of Thrones works, and I really like Homeland, and I really like Dexter, and I don't know, I just think those shows are so much better. And like the Newsroom, that's another thing too. Okay, so I was watching the Newsroom, and that show is so good, and then when I watch True Blood, I'm just like, man, I wish I was watching Newsroom instead. You know what I mean? Does that ever happen to you guys? Where you're just,
Yeah.
when you're just into a different show altogether, and you're just like, man, I really wish I was watching Newsroom right now.
Yeah, this one's not very good.
Yeah.
It might be over the vampires and all that
speaking
nonsense.
Actually, now that you talk about Newsroom, I'm like, when is it starting again?
Not
It's
till
a
like
summer
September. I think it's like I have an after.
Oh, is it? I thought it was.
Yeah, I think it's not coming on until definitely not till after Game of Thrones. And Game of Thrones is going to be 11 episodes.
Game of Thrones is Game of Thrones is
So April, May.
April.
I guess they'll be done in the middle of June.
yeah, I think it starts in June or maybe July. I don't know, but I think it's a summer show. Doesn't matter.
Can't
Who
wait.
cares?
I'll watch
it's
it.
premiering in June.
Perfect. Something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
For when I'm disappointed with Game of Thrones.
I think that's it though.
And Veep. Did you guys ever watch Veep?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's pretty funny. It's a lot like Arrested Development type, like
Yeah.
just like Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the vice president, and you would think that like that means she's like the second most important person in Washington, but she's like the 400th, and it's total like Seinfeld, the rest are Curb Your Enthusiasm logic, to where just she doesn't know how to handle people, and so like every day she like walks by a receptionist, she's like, the president called today, and of course he never did, and you have like just like the president never interacts with her. He always sends like this intern who insists on calling the president like POTUS, and like everything's like an emergency. Like I represent POTUS, so if you're talking to me, it's like you're talking to the president. And Buster from Arrested Development is in it, and the girl from my girl, like actually my girl, she plays like the vice president's like main aide, and she grew up pretty good. It's like a ball busting type rod, but it's definitely worth checking out. I think the first season was like 6 episodes. It was like a super like mid-season replacement. It comes back in April.
Is it an hour long?
Yeah, half hour.
And they
I
only
like
have 6
those.
episodes?
Yeah, it's so good. Like one episode, like she's like going to like do like a meet and greet at like a frozen yogurt place, but she doesn't like frozen yogurt, and so like the owner keeps trying to like give her like oh, you should try this. It's like it's just like she has all these like clever ways for like her staff to like run interference, so like she never has to eat frozen yogurt. And then of course there comes a point to where all of her staff is busy and she has to like eat a frozen yogurt, and like it happens to be when all the cameras are on. She's like, oh my god, this tastes like shit. And so she's just always saying stuff she shouldn't say. It's
You
pretty
just
funny.
like frozen yogurt so much that you can't just pretend.
He was all about like
5
funky flavor. Like he gave her like some like hazelnut, walnut, raspberry, like Sharpay or something.
I'm such a jack. I get like the chocolate and vanilla swirl. That's how unimaginative I am when it comes to like soft serve yogurt or ice cream or whatever. I'm so plain Jane.
I like to put lots of stuff on it.
Yeah, my yogurt, I'm usually like some form of like peanut butter cup or something like that. That's usually what I get, frozen yogurt style.
Like at Pinkberry or whatever, I'll get like a chocolate and a vanilla, and then like I'll cover it with like Oreos and like chocolate chips and rainbow sprinkles, and I'm happy.
Sounds good.
You know, I feel like I had the most boring one there though. Everyone's like, ooh, this looks so good. And you know what I can't stand is people that want to sample every flavor, and they just sit there, oh, let me have a sample of this, and they just sit there and stand in front of the machine. I think they're total mooses. And people at Costco, the same thing. Everyone that just holds up aisles because they gotta have the free sample. It's like, dude, you're such a mooch. Just beat it. Hate it.
Because it's
Get
good.
out of the way.
God, I can't stand it.
You love it.
Sorry.
Really
Justin.
grinds my gears.
So they're not the droids you're looking for. Hey, that does grind my gears.
Ugh. And okay, so I went to this Veg Fest thing over the weekend, and it was totally like my worst nightmare. It was like 100% Costco sampler type things, because all it was all these different vegan and vegetable and vegetarian dishes, and so everyone was just trying everything. So you're waiting in line for samples, and I mean the food was great and all, but I had to be one of those people that I hate, so it was rough.
You had to stand in line for samples.
Yeah,
Cut in front of the nice old lady. It's like, that was your first.
yeah, and I swear to God, there was this lady in a wheelchair that was just everywhere I went, and it was starting to drive me nuts.
Did you knock her over once?
No, I didn't, but I just couldn't believe it. The place was so big, and I kept running into the same people. Funny how that works.
Because you guys liked all the good same stuff.
Yeah.
Like twinsies.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys ready for our fun list?
Always.
Woo.
All right. So this is best canceled TV shows. This is a top 10 list of best canceled TV shows. Coming in at number 10, we have Miracles. Did you guys watch that?
Mm-mm.
It doesn't ring a bell at all. When was
Yeah.
this on?
I don't know.
Oh, they don't say?
Who's in it?
No, it starred Skeet Ulrich. He was an Oh, now I remember. He was an investigator of miracles. He'd once been a priest. It's kind of like an X-Files like show.
Can't imagine why this one didn't make it.
Yeah. Okay, now it only had 13 episodes.
Wait, this is the best canceled shows?
Yeah.
This is pre-Jericho.
Who wrote this?
This list is actually coming off of our buddies over at, what is it, Zergnet.com, and it redirected me to reviews. It's like reviewstl.com, I guess. Or review STL. So good luck with that. Anyway, so number 10 was Miracles. Number 9 is Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. Did you guys watch that?
Too bad.
I watched it.
I kind of liked it.
Not too bad.
I mean,
I
it was
don't really care.
dramatizing a comedy sketch show, so...
Right.
It had a real newsroom type vibe, like because Aaron Sorkin made that one as well, and
Right.
Matthew Perry was in it. I'm not really typically a fan of Matthew Perry, but he was pretty good in this one. It was about like picture Saturday Night Live, but Lorne Michaels isn't there, kind of like in the 80s when Lorne Michaels left, and the show is suffering, and so they rehire Lorne Michaels to run the show again. Except in this case, instead of Lorne Michaels, it's Matthew Perry and Bradley Whitford. And
great.
so they come back to run the show, and it was really good. It was it's a typical Sorkin like dialogue-driven thrill ride. My only complaint was Amanda Peet was in it, and I'm not keen on her.
Judith.
Yeah, it came at the same time as 30 Rock, and so 30 Rock was like the comedy, and this was like the drama version of like what it's like to have Saturday Night Live, and it just got killed by 30 Rock.
That's
And it was
unfortunate.
an hour. It's long.
Oh, that's too long.
Agreed.
No. All right, number 8, Angel. Joss Whedon. Spinoff from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
But didn't it have like 6 seasons?
No, it's canceled after 5. Buffy had 7, and Angel only had 5. But
5 is a pretty good run, though. It's long enough to
Yeah.
go on vacation.
exactly, it was over 100 episodes, so
It got
Yeah.
pretty bizarre towards the end.
yeah. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. Like it's one season, like I thought the 4th season was kind of weird, which actually had your Torres chick in it. Actually, she was like some
Was
crazy. Yeah, she was like some mother or something, and she was controlling everyone. I don't know. I was
stopped watching at that point.
yeah. In fact, when Lynn watches it, I kind of just don't even watch that season at all, and I come back for the 5th, so I couldn't even tell you what happens. But the one of the guys that's in it, his son actually comes back as an adult because he was in like this demon world, And it's
Oh,
the
right.
the guy
Angel's
from
son.
Mad Men that I don't like. The guy that always wears a blue
Pete
suit.
Campbell.
Oh God, yeah, I don't like that guy at all. So
I watched up to that point. I stopped watching when Connor slept with Cordelia and then she had a demon baby.
yeah, that's
When
pretty
I
bad.
stopped watching.
And he had that hair, that '90s haircut, you know.
The floppy hair.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's hard for me. Those shows are so dated. That's so hard for me.
They are.
Oh, okay. So anyway, number 7 is Carnival. Did you guys ever watch that?
Oh, I always wanted to, and I never got around to it.
Yeah.
I was sick that day.
Yeah. I dug it.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch every episode, but I watched a couple, and I enjoyed what I saw. Yeah. Just never really.
I always heard good things about it.
Yeah. Number 6 is Dead Like Me. Did you guys watch that one?
Now we know why it's all canceled. No one watched it. None of us watched it.
It's something about the Grim Reaper or something, right? Where I don't think I quite remember how it
she's
worked.
like a teenage girl and she works for the Grim Reaper? Or she becomes the Grim Reaper or something?
This isn't the show Reaper, right?
No.
CW show.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember the show at all. I know it had something to do with the Grim Reaper, though. So maybe we'll get to shows that we watch.
Yeah.
I'm sure
They're
number
all
1
great
is.
shows that were canceled. Let's see. Wonder Falls. Did you guys watch that?
No.
I love it, but I didn't watch it.
I think that was a little bit before my time.
Was it? When was it on?
It's like early 2000s.
I might have been like, really? I thought it was a lot earlier than that for some reason.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, number 4, Veronica Mars. We all know that's a fan favorite, especially with.
You got a Kickstarter movie.
I actually never. Excuse me, I never watched it. Randy was a big fan, though.
Yeah.
He would talk about it at work.
What do you think, Randy?
Oh, wait.
No.
He's not here. So that's cool. I'm actually kind of excited that I got that Kickstarter. That kind of opens up the floodgates. People
For
already
people to
talking
make
about.
movies.
Yeah, people are already talking about Chuck.
Movies. Oh, yeah?
Kickstarter, yeah. But see, that had 5 seasons, though, so I mean.
Yeah, that got a good long time.
Yeah, that's enough to get your story across. I mean, Fringe had 5, and I mean, as sad as I was to see it go, I'd rather it end with me loving it than me being bored with it. So,
I wish Fringe would have ended after 4 seasons. Like the way season 4 ended before they filmed that tacked on scene at the end where September comes in. Like that's like that show ended perfectly at 4 seasons.
That was pretty good.
I mean, like Peter and Olivia are together. You know, Walter's still there. It was just like this, like they tied it in such a nice little neat bow, but they got there in such a weird way. You know, with Walter shooting Olivia in the head. And I don't know.
Bullet that saved the world, Dave.
That's right. It was just such a nice little capper to the show. To where, I mean, I'm glad I got another season of Fringe. You know, just because I got another, 12 or 13 episodes with them. But I think 4 ended so well.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 3 is Freaks and Geeks. That only got 1 season. Yeah, that was a pretty good show. Hold on, I gotta let my cat in. He's gonna tear down the wall. I'll be right back.
No problem. Yeah, Freaks. I think
yeah.
I was gonna say I think the problem with Freaks and Geeks was it was an hour long, and people don't like hour-long comedies, even if they do mix in a lot of like family drama. But it was, I think, too long.
Yeah.
Hour is too long for what should be a comedy, but I enjoyed it.
Freaks and Geeks.
Good cast.
Lots of great people came out of that show too.
Yeah, James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel,
and Sweets from Bones.
John Francis Daly.
Is that Sweets from Bones?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he shot up like 4 feet.
Yeah.
He was an itty bitty.
He still looks like a teenager.
Yeah.
Got a baby face. What's number 2?
Number 2 is Arrested Development, which I would say should be number 1, but whatever.
But again, it got like 4 seasons.
It got 3.
No, it got 3, and then the 3rd was only half a season.
Yes. Each season had fewer and fewer episodes. It was like 22, then 16, then like 13 or something, or 22, 18, and 13 or something like that.
Yeah, but I think like shows that were canceled, it's really I think like what number one's going to be. I think like shows that like got like half a season or like one season, and I don't know, like some of these shows got like 5 seasons. I think that.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
plenty.
like a lot of shows get canceled. Very
Yeah.
few shows end on their own.
Right.
Yeah, like
But
Angel
I
got
mean-
5 seasons.
Yeah, that's plenty. And like, but I mean, I think Arrested Development. I mean, I think it could, in a lot of ways, be compared to like Seinfeld. Like, it's really, really funny, and every
Yeah.
episode is brilliant in its own way. And you know, the situation starts horrible, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And they are their own worst enemies. It's terrible, and you just see this self-destructive path, but it's a total train wreck, and you just have to watch it. You can't turn away because it's hysterical. And oh, go ahead.
Oh, I think it paved. I also think that it paved the way for like The Office to come over, and then 30 Rock, and like all of the really great comedies that are on now. I feel like they got where they are because Arrested Development did such a different thing. But nobody was ready for it.
Yeah, that's just it. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, pioneered the single camera comedy.
Yeah.
Now that's all they do. No one does 3 cameras anymore.
And I like how everything, each episode had some kind of element that showed up at some other point in the series.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's great. I mean, it's unfortunate for people that are just joining the show, but it's one of those things where as you watch it, you learn something new every time, which is a lot of fun. Has a high replay value.
Yeah. Catch little things here and there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just one of those shows that it's very quotable, which is great. Like, I yell no touching almost every day of my life. And then number one
so good.
is Firefly. Big surprise.
It was a good movie.
Woo!
Yeah.
I love that show.
Serenity rules.
I like the
can
engineer
watch-
chick. I think she's really cute.
All those episodes over and over and over. She
You
is
do it in like an
on.
afternoon.
She's on this show on Hulu called LA Complex. If you really want to see Jewel State.
Oh, I like her. And I like Fred from Angel, too, going back to Angel. I think she's really pretty as well.
Who's that?
I don't know her name, but she's on much
Who's
ado.
Amy
she playing
Acker.
the show?
She played the librarian.
Yeah.
Or was she a librarian?
She was kidnapped. The first time you see her, or at least maybe she was at a library when she got kidnapped, but the first time you meet her, she's on another world, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's a very quiet, mousy
She
character,
is, but-
so I guess maybe that made me think of a librarian.
Yeah, but she opens up, and she has a real tragic
Yeah.
ending. She's
Yeah.
very sad, but
Doesn't end well for anybody on that show, really.
But yeah, Firefly #1. Yay!
Woo, Firefly.
Yay!
Firefly.
Oh, well. Sci-fi shows
Oh,
get
I
it rough.
Yeah.
Who likes it rough? What?
Sci-fi shows get it rough.
Yeah, it's a hard sell.
It is.
There's a large portion of people who will just check out because it's sci-fi and not even give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
me-
really
like me.
understand that.
Oh
I
my
don't
goodness!
get that, though.
Yeah, some
All
people.
the other stuff people watch isn't real either.
Are you kidding?
It's like a documentary. Like Prison Break
Yeah.
was a documentary, like an instructional video on how to get out of it.
Yeah. Arrow? Come on.
That's how to train for the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch
Step
a lot
by
of
step.
television. That's just it. I'm so critical of these shows that try so hard, and I watch Gossip Girl, and I watch freaking Arrow. I like the CW. Hello, I love you. You complete me.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago, I tried to cut out all the terrible TV out of my life, and but you can never cut it all out. I still have a couple guilty pleasures.
Yeah. Amazing Race.
Amazing Race is a great show.
Yeah.
It's well done. See, that's good reality television. I like competitions, and it's a well done reality show. It's not like Ballroom Dancing with Stars, or like Splash, which I watched this weekend.
Wait, the mermaid show?
What?
No, the celebrity diving show. Have you heard about that?
Oh
no.
Louis Anderson.
It's Louis.
Is he diving?
Yeah. So what it is there's 10 celebrities, and 5 of them dive at a time, and they vote someone out each week. And I was sitting in my hotel room, relaxing, just enjoying myself. Had a couple of cocktails. Was lying there with my best gal, and drifting off to Slumberland, and it was on. And I got to watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Louis Anderson and Rudy Huxtable and 2 other good-looking people whose names aren't important.
Yikes.
Yeah. It was
like a new level of desperation.
Yeah, it's an actual show.
Do they have their certification for diving?
They do. They have like scuba tanks and everything. Yeah. Scuba Steve.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, kitty!
Hey, kitty, hey! My big buddy.
I got dumb over it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over here just off camera.
Yeah.
Let it be known that I'm here.
Yeah, but yeah. Cool.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Take us out.
Done. Do it. Kill it.
Mm-mm.
Guns don't kill people.
Amanda, do you want to take us out?
I started it.
Oh, Dave, you want to take us out?
Sure, Justin.
You know the names to all of the other podcasts.
I know names. Yeah, I know names.
Name names, man.
Well, thank you for joining us once again for another episode of the Geek Legacy Podcast. We're going to be doing our very special nerd off on the greatest Indiana Jones installment. So if you have any ideas of what you think or why you think something is the best, drop us a line on the website or on the Twitter or on the Facebook and let us know what you think. Maybe someone can get some ideas off you, because some people are going to need a little bit of help.
Yeah, I don't. I got Last Crusade.
So our contributors, Randy, is going to take on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Jeff, the Mighty Jerd, is going to take on Temple of Doom. Justin's going to take on Last Crusade. Amanda's going to take on Crystal Skull. And Tyler is going to take on the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. So should be a lot. Should be a lot.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that as a joke. I'm not sure that he knows.
He knows. I keep telling him. So if he doesn't get on, he loses by forfeit, and that's for shame. So we're going to start posting those coming this weekend. So start looking there on Friday. And then early next week, we'll have our actual debate on what is the greatest Indiana Jones film of all time. So keep your eyes on geeklegacy.com for that. Of course, listen to our other podcast. Steve and James has the Pixelated Podcast. You can find that on our site, or you can go to iTunes and type in Pixelated Podcast. And then, of course, Jeff and Tyler's Comic Book Corner podcast, which is every other week. So there should be one this week. So, again, you can get it at geeklegacy.com, or you can just, by subscribing to our feed, you'll get the Comic Corner feed. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and go to geeklegacy.com for all your latest geek news and reviews. Yeah. See ya.
Woo.
I can breathe now.
Brought to you by Carlton.